Graphics cards, processors, RAM, SSDs, power supplies, motherboards. These are all things that matter when it comes to PC gaming. Now, when you're a Microsoft evangelist, like myself, you don't find yourself really talking much about it, because guess what? Microsoft doesn't make those things. Some other incredible, reputable companies do. So what does a Microsoft evangelist talk about? Many things. One of those things is Windows. So that begs the question, what's the advantage to gaming on Windows 11? I mean, let's face it, there's been a lot of different versions of Windows over the years, and Windows isn't the only game in town. It's not the only thing to exist in the computing space. So why should you play your games on Windows 11 PC? What does Windows 11 offer the PC gamer? Spoilers! That's kind of the whole deal with this video. So with some help from our friends at Dell, let's get into it. Welcome to Microsoft Expert Zone UKI. This is a deep dive into gaming on Windows 11. If you like what you see, feel free to click that button, the like button even, share the video, and of course subscribe. We really appreciate it. Now, we are going to be diving into Windows-specific features for PC gaming, but to do that, we of course need a gaming PC. Thankfully, our friends from Dell stepped up and have loaned us their Alienware M15 R6 for us to play around with. So it's only fair that we give it a quick little overview while we're at it. Now, Alienware is a big name when it comes to gaming devices. If you go Alienware, it's because you want an uncompromised gaming experience, and our M15 R6 here certainly delivers on that. Our 11th gen i7 and NVIDIA 3070 model has a look and design that screams gamer. We have this magnesium chassis with RGB across the back of the device, as well as the Alienware logo. Plus you've got 15 etched onto the front. I love the fact that despite it looking gamer, it doesn't go too crazy with it. It's still elegant in its delivery. You've got tons of ports with several across the back, which is extremely useful for a clean desk setup if plugging into a monitor. So there's the HDMI, USB-A, Thunderbolt 4, and the power input there as well. We've got two more USBs on one side, great for plugging in a keyboard and mouse, plus a headphone jack as well. Inside, we find more RGB on the keyboard and power button, which is of course the Alienware logo, lovely. The keyboard is a nice size along with the trackpad. Then you have your grills at the top, which is of course for your sound, but also fan intake. Now, there are grills everywhere on this thing, the top, the bottom, the back. I know nothing about cooling solutions, so I'm gonna read directly from the information that Dell sent me. This has a dual fan design that pulls in cool air from the top and bottom vents, then exhausts them even, our quad exhausts, which are on the left, right and rear vents. As well as that, the heat you get from the GPU and the CPU is discharged across 4 copper composite heat pipes, which are up to 3 millimeters in diameter. There you go, there's some facts for you. The screen we have on this device is Full HD with 165 Hz refresh rate. If you want the specs, they are all right here. So take a good look. Take a picture even. It'll last longer. Now that's all great, but what matters is how this thing performs. We tried out multiple games, including Forza Horizon 5 and Gears 5. We'll have some specs and stats for you on screen here of how they performed, but we had Forza Horizon 5 on high and Gears 5 on high as well, and we had a really good experience with it. The best part though is with our NVIDIA 3070, we didn't actually really need to dive into any of our settings. Our games automatically detected our system and pumped out a great experience. This is what makes the Dell Alienware M15 R6 a great plug and play option, especially for those new to PC gaming, as once you've downloaded your games, just load up and go for it. I've literally been playing this in a hotel before this filming and had a great time, no complaints. Now, obviously it is a gaming laptop, so fan noise is going to be a thing when you're driving it really hard, because it takes a lot of work to get this device this thin, but still keep it cool. But I reckon if you're in the market for a gaming laptop, Alienware is always going to be an option to consider, just like our M15 R6 here. So, I reckon we can deem that this here gaming laptop is worthy of being a representation for talking about gaming on Windows 11. So without further ado, why should you be playing your games on Windows 11? Right out the gate, we've got to talk about PC Game Pass. Now, PC Game Pass is PC specific, and it's a monthly subscription which lets you play over 100 PC games, including day one releases from Xbox Game Studios and Bethesda, select indie titles and blockbusters, and games from EA Play as well. To access it all, you just need to log into the Xbox app, which is pre-installed on new Windows 11 devices, with, of course, an active PC Game Pass subscription. The great thing is that these aren't just console ports either. These are made for PC games, including titles which are exclusive to PC, such as Age of Empires 4. Plus, if you're also an Xbox player, because you're using the same account, you can pick up from where you left off, from Xbox to PC and vice versa. And if you've not been introduced to Game Pass yet at all, then go for it. Microsoft are often running one-month promotions for you to just dive in and see what all the fuss is about. Next up, we have Game Bar. Now, Game Bar, of course, carries on its life from Windows 10 as what I would call a one-stop shop overlay. With the shortcut Windows and G, you can bring up the Game Bar overlay to give you instant access to a range of widgets, including screen captures, listening to music, controlling your audio, seeing your FPS, seeing your achievements. The part I love, though, is that you get access to Xbox Party Chat. So if you're cross-playing with friends who are on Xbox, they can still chat to you directly from their Xbox. No extra device or app required. We then have Auto HDR. Now, full disclosure here, our Dell Alienware M15 R6 doesn't have a HDR screen. Now, we can, of course, plug this into an external monitor that does support it, but even if we were to film that footage might not really look good to you or make any sense at all. So here is some footage of Skyrim running Auto HDR. Now, you can see HDR on the right side. HDR stands for High Dynamic Range, and in content that supports it, it will give you deeper blacks and more vivid, true life colors. Normally, this is implemented by the developer, but with Auto HDR, you can take your older games that didn't originally support HDR and really bring them to life. There are tons of titles that support it currently, so as long as you have the hardware to actually support the HDR itself, so the monitor we're speaking of, it's a proper game changer. Now, it wouldn't be a Windows PC gaming video if we didn't talk about DirectX 12 Ultimate. Now, DirectX, to put it in a nutshell, is the standardized way that developers can code their games. DirectX 12 Ultimate is the latest version of that, which allows developers to bring in ray tracing, variable rate shading, mesh shaders, and sampler feedback. Now, if you don't know what any of that means, don't worry. Long story short, it's all in an effort to make our games look better than ever before, whilst introducing ways to minimize the impact on performance. DirectX 12 Ultimate is hardware dependent, so you will need one of the latest graphics cards released to get those features, like our 3070 in our Dell Alienware here. We'll leave a link in the description for all the details. Our fifth reason to game on Windows 11 is direct storage. Now, this is a feature first introduced on Xbox Series consoles that allows developers to create games with more expansive worlds that also load in less time. Now, for this to work, you do need to have an up-to-date version of Windows 11 to start with, plus an NVMe SSD for ultra-fast file transfer speeds. Got that? Good. Direct storage will quickly load assets directly to the graphics card without bogging down the processor. Now, this is all done on the developer side of things, so you don't need to flick a switch or do a thing. Just have the correct hardware and you're good to go. So that's a lot of good reasons to game on Windows 11, but we have one last one to talk about. That's a reason that can often slide under the radar, but it's actually a massive benefit. Windows 11 is an open ecosystem, so it doesn't matter where you want to download your games from. Want to download them from Game Pass? Great, go ahead. But if you want to download your games from other services such as Steam, Epic, Ubisoft, EA Play, GOG, wherever, go for it. Download your games from where you want and play with what you want, be it a controller, a mouse and keyboard, a steering wheel. Go for it. And that might seem like an odd thing to say. Hey, don't want to download from our stores? Don't worry, just download from others, it's fine. But it's true. Microsoft has said previously that they want to empower the world, and it comes with the understanding that their way is not the only way. They believe in their partners and in choice. And at the end of the day, you having access to the games that you want to play, regardless of the store they came from, is what's best. And even better than that, just works. So there you have it. That's what, 6 reasons why you should be gaming on Windows 11? Big thanks again to Dell for loaning us their Alienware M15 R6, which in the UK and Ireland you can buy right now. There will be a link in the description for that, but that's the video. I've been Adam from Expert Zone UKI. See you around.